You did it right. We'll have to do this twice, otherwise.
I did it right. I pushed the big red button.
Push the big red button.
No, just get on.
Hey, OJ and Deb here. It's coffee time, but you know, like the cup says, it's always coffee time.
Morning hug in the mug.
Morning hug in the mug. And guess how many pots we're on?
Same as always. By this time of day, it's number 2.
Number 2. So we're not going to do our usual coffee review.
Again.
And we're not doing it.
The chair is really squeaky. I have to sit still.
That's all right. It's sort of like my bones creaking and cracking. We're going to do a collaboration, I guess. Isn't that what we call it?
Yeah, it's a collab. And I wrote notes.
We were challenged.
Yeah.
And we took the challenge.
Bye.
And we're sitting by the fireplace because it's
more
romantic.
It might be a little warm by the time we're done.
Yeah, if you see the sweat rolling off, you know.
And by the time you watch this, the snow might be gone. And oh well.
We can only hope in Manitoba it's gone next week.
So do you want me to give the information?
Oh yes, you do that.
Okay. We were tagged by Ron and Jodi, right? At Ramblin' Round, just Ramblin' Round, because there's another. I keep confusing rambling with the Brums and just rambling around. It's too much for me. To take part in the.
Too many words.
Too much to remember. So I have to have notes all the time. You know, people are used to that.
Yeah.
The Heart to Heart Collab started by keeping up with the Griffins. So. Thank you, Ron and Jodi, for thinking of us.
Yeah. And the Griffins, I was just found out that they just celebrated their 13th anniversary.
And you were just on Ron and Jodi's premiere, right?
Premiere, yeah. Just finished minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like
so,
2 minutes
what's the collab?
ago. Heart to Heart.
Yeah. And we have 14 questions.
14.
And I have notes for that too, because I can't just wing it like you.
And not 17. 14. See?
Yeah.
14.
And and you do have notes. That's quite something for you to have.
And
notes.
she can't cheat off of me because
I don't know if I want it.
You're going to be able to read it. Yeah.
My first one's blank because I figured you can take that one first and do that one. It's easy.
What is your anniversary date and how long have you been together? Well, we've been together for 44 years. And I did tell the Griffins and Jodi that it was 43, but it's 42, 43 in July, on July 11th. I know that's getting close to...
Just rambling.
Just rambling. I see it enough.
So, that's number... I'm going to start with number 2 because I need to preface that a little bit.
Yeah.
Tell the story of the first time you saw each other. So we talked about this one because we wanted to make sure we both had the right day because we went to the same school, high school. Well, I guess most of our school. I started there.
She was a cutie. She was a cutie.
Oh, so you do remember seeing me?
I do remember seeing you. But
okay, I was aware of his existence.
We
did not meet. We never talked to each other. So we're not going to count that because neither one of us have any memory of actually meeting.
I don't remember saying hello.
Really?
I don't know.
Oh. I remember driving. Okay, I'll tell this before you tell the other story. I remember driving past your house with someone else, and you kind of stuck out in my memory because somebody pointed out whose house that was. It's OJ's house, but there was a pink ladder up to a window at the front of the house, and there was a red light in the room. So that kind of stuck out in my memory.
The ladder was there because I was painting the window trim, and it's just, you know, when you're a teenager, it takes all summer long to paint a window. Yeah, well, that was me, I guess.
Now, here's my preface about the first time we met and where we met, because we have changed a lot since then. That's a long time ago. And we especially have changed where we hang out and spend our time. So, there you go. Now you can tell the story.
Well.
I'll drink coffee when we talk.
So, a long time ago, way back when the earth was just born.
The summer of 79.
The summer of 79. It was a wonderful summer.
It was a bad summer to start. It was a bad summer.
Yeah. So this hot young chick here, she come into the Carberry Motor Inn, because in Carberry there was only two places to hang out, and that was in the Legion or the Motor Inn, which was the hotel.
And I was with my brother. I'll just put that in. I was with my brother.
And I was with my buddies, and we were sitting playing pool, but with the
sitting playing pool. You're sitting near the pool.
Near the pool table, and we were playing pool, and the table that we chose was right beside the ladies' washroom. Well, this sweetheart here went to the washroom.
Because it was almost closing time.
It was almost closing time.
It's time to go.
So, as she come out, I grabbed her and I sat her on my knee. And the rest is history.
Now you know the rest of the story. No, you don't know the rest of the story, but that's all we're going to tell you.
That's all we're going to tell you.
Okay, let's move right on.
Moving right on there, yeah.
What qualities or traits do you see in each other, and what's your favorite? Do you want me to do this first, or you want to do this first?
Maybe I'll do this one first. You got a lot written there, and I've got a couple words.
That's because I'm not good at winging it. You are.
She is organized.
And you hate reading.
Yeah,
so
I hate reading.
That explains.
Caring.
That explains all my notes in your
loving.
Of notes.
And my favorite is loving.
Okay. No, I say those again. I missed them all because I was talking as usual.
That's all right.
No, I want to hear them again.
Organized, caring, loving. And my favorite is loving. How's that? Do you want me to read it again? Just so they stick in?
Mine aren't nearly as romantic. But,
no.
Hardworking. You are always working. Always ready to help anyone. And friendly. You talk to everyone. Which
I do.
I like that trait, but sometimes when you're out shopping it can get a little bit annoying. And he stays calm, or at least he appears to be calm, no matter what happens. He doesn't let things get to him. He maybe does.
I have a good firebox.
Yeah. Is that what it is? Yeah, because he does not react or overreact like me. What's my favorite? All of them, because all of them make up him. Definitely, you are, loving, definitely, and far more affectionate and sweet.
No. Pretty cat.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. Enough of that. See, you're a wonderful man too.
What is the biggest lesson you have learned from each other? That was my answer.
Do you want me to answer that one first?
Yeah, you answer that.
Well, I kind of already did. I haven't actually learned it, but I wish I could learn from you how to not overreact, especially, when things happen with our kids. Now, one of our boys spent some time out in Nova Scotia, and everybody's heard the "not my circus, not my monkeys." Well, he came back with a new one, "Not my pig, not my farm," which I kind of like that one.
We say that one a lot.
Yeah, but he is way better at remembering "not my pig, not my farm." I tend to think, but they are my pigs, even if they aren't on the farm. So yes, I would like to not. I'd like to learn to respond instead of react with my kids, who are, mostly grown up. Anyways.
Can we said in our last video the dogs are jealous of our doing video? Well,
they are.
Here she
You've
is
got
again.
one, and I've got one here. Okay.
And we're talking about my other love, not just you.
What's the biggest lesson you've learned? Have I taught you anything?
She has taught me that when I get up in the morning, that I leave and go to the bathroom, and if I stay in there long enough, she makes the bed. She doesn't like the way I make the bed. But I don't know.
I don't think I had have a choice because you never make the bed. But if I stay in bed long enough, you make the coffee.
I make the coffee. I did make the coffee today.
That's it, huh? That's all you.
Oh, I know.
You probably learned how to not overreact.
Not overreact and just think about things before reacting is my biggest thing, I guess.
You're a man of few words.
Man of few words.
Because I give you a choice, right?
I don't know. What did you say? She's working on her 30,000 words, and I'm working on my 10,000.
Exactly. Well, where did we just hear that recently, man?
On the radio, going to church, I think.
So I mean, but when you come home from work, I'm just getting.
And she says, "And you're over there working on your 10,000."
It takes a lot of and us to get there.
Hand up.
So should we move on?
We should move on.
Do you want to how do you define love? Do you want to say how you define love?
Love never ends.
Yes. And of course, I have notes on that, so you might want to say more before I start mine.
You might as well start. I don't know. That's all the notes I got for that one.
Well, we all did something for our anniversary. Remember last year? And I read I wrote a song back on our
She writes songs too.
Our 22nd anniversary. It was some kind of a thing at church where the pastor kind of gave us some homework, and mine ended up being a song. I have no idea what it was all about, but I wrote a song. But I'm just going to say part of it this time. So, true love.
And it's not our song either. Don't go change it.
No, that's a whole different one. That was our first dance at our wedding dance. Was Just the Way You Are. Billy
Listen
Joel.
to her.
I know, she's jealous. I'm going to read this and then I'll pick you up, okay? True love makes a commitment to be there come what may. True love survives through hardships, grows stronger every day. True love is a decision to stick through thick or thin. True love is kind and patient, forgives and gives again. True love bears all things, believes and hopes all things. True love will never fail.
There.
And now I gotta pick up Abby.
Pick up Abby.
You can have Raven when she comes. Come here, Abby.
No, she can stay down.
Okay, let her get there. We will never do without kids.
No.
Well, maybe. She's probably true. She's getting pretty old. Okay.
She is getting old.
All right, what question are we at? Now I've got my notes over here. Abby, you're
how did having kids, her children, change you as a couple? Well, we've always had. I have to tell you this because this is what I wrote, and then I realized what I wrote. We have always had coffee.
And you meant to, right? We've always had kids.
We've always had kids.
We have always had kids because I was married for a very short time before OJ came along and rescued me that night.
She's gone white, and I've gone clear.
Yes, that's what kids have done to us. But I had one daughter who was 18 months old when we met. So we don't know what it's like to not have kids with us. Well, maybe not all full time, but pretty much.
And we still have a teenager.
Yes, we still have a teenager. We have a 16-year-old. One of these days we'll explain that. That's all. That's for a Q&A one, I think.
There's a Q&A.
Yeah, I have no idea what our life would be like without kids because not only did we have our first one, then we had two more. We had another daughter, and then we had, she wants you, so there you go. And
she wants me.
then we had a son, and then when our son was 6 years old, we started, at first we decided, our son wanted a brother, so he said we should adopt, so sure, why not? So we applied to adopt, but we ended up, they want us to be foster parents. So we became foster parents, and over the years, we've had over 300 kids.
Yeah.
We fostered for 30 years. We retired right on the day of our 30th anniversary, and 300 kids. Some came for hours, some for years, and we adopted 5.
Some came and never left.
Yeah, we adopted 5. So, we have no idea what life without kids would be like. But
we've had a Valentines Day where she had a baby and I had a baby.
We both had newborns. That's how we spent our Valentine's Day. We had a 2-year-old and 2 newborns. We got one, and then 2 months later we got another newborn. So that was an
fun.
interesting time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was going to say something else about that.
Sorry.
Oh, our lives would be way less stressful.
Yeah.
We would probably have some money once in a while, maybe. But we'd be lonely.
We have a lot of kids.
Yeah. But hey, we're going to find out maybe in a couple of years when our 16-year-old finishes school, leaves us. Maybe we'll find out what an empty nest is like.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think it'll be very strange. So I think that's that one answered. We are on number 7. I don't know, did you answer this? What movie or sitcom couple would you like your relation to be similar to?
I did, but I want you to do it first.
No. Okay, I don't think there is one that I would like our relationship to be like, because ours is better than any sitcom. But the 2 shows came to mind. 8 is Enough.
Yeah.
Because we had 8 kids. And Cheaper by the Dozen, because that's what I used to say. Well, hey, cheaper by the dozen. But I don't have one. What did you say? Now, do I want to know what you said?
The Muppet Show.
No, yeah.
The hecklers. The 2 hecklers. Except they're 2 guys that are up there. But
yeah, we're the hecklers. we went to a church where they had chairs just inside the door in the foyer. And we would just sit there in those chairs, and we used to joke that we were the hecklers.
The hecklers, yes. You had greeters, and then you had hecklers.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have thought of that.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah. But do we want to be like them?
No. But,
yeah, maybe.
Well, maybe, yeah.
I think it would be fun to be like them. We just heckle. Oh, goodness.
What are some things you have in common? Oh, when we come up with an idea, we both jump on it and do it.
Doesn't matter whose idea it is.
Yeah, whether it's
sure,
her
sounds
idea or
good.
mine. Yeah, okay, let's do it.
Let's build a house.
Okay.
Let's pick a house up and move it.
Yeah. I did that a few times.
Let's get another kid.
I learned the house. No. I'm not sure.
You should have learned that word way sooner. But what did I say?
Yeah.
When we got Adelie here and our other dogs?
And Danica was around, and I said, you know, if we would have had dogs sooner, we would have had less kids. Hey!
Is there anything else?
Yeah.
That's all we have in common?
Well, we have lots in common, but...
That was what you put? Okay,
yeah,
I put, well, the number one thing is our faith. We didn't have that the first 5 years, and probably there wouldn't have been nearly this many years, I don't think, if we hadn't made God a part of our lives, or He made Himself a part of our lives. And I put the same thing, doing projects, and we both just like being home.
Home buddies.
We've taken a couple of trips. We went to Florida. We went out to
We drove all the way from Manitoba to Florida in a Volkswagen camper with no heat when we left. And
it was in May. It was the end of April.
And we had to stop in North Dakota at Target and get a heater so we can run off a
But it was warm when we left home.
Yes, it was.
But then we got a little ways down and the weather turned cold and...
Never thought about a Volkswagen van, no heat.
And it was so loud. I think that's why we don't travel, maybe? Oh, we did take a couple of trips out to Vancouver. We drove out with all of our kids because we had a foster child who needed to go out to the Vancouver Children's Hospital. So we decided to make a vacation of it. So we drove all the way out there and stayed there. And then we had to go back. That was in May of one year, whatever year it was. Sure. And then we had to go back, fly back out with our foster son for the surgery. And so we made the first trip though, we also went over to the island because my brother was living on Vancouver Island. He was living in Victoria, so we went over there. So those were our 2 big trips. We've been down to the Black Hills in South Dakota. We've been to Alberta a couple of times, but we're not big travelers. So that's something we
I always tell the teachers at the school there, if I'm going to go on vacation, I'm just going to take holidays, and I'm going to sit at home, and I'm going to turn the thermostat up to about 85.
And drink coffee?
And drink coffee. And pretend I'm in someplace warm.
No. Yeah. Anyway, that's about it. We like to be at home, whatever one of us thinks of. The other one usually just, sure, why not? Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yep. What brings you the most joy in your relationship or marriage? Did you have anything there? Well, let me think on that one.
I'm not going to go there, but we think alike.
Jodi did.
Yeah.
But we won't talk about that.
We won't. You'll have to watch ours and see.
Okay. Boy, did you have anything else to say?
No.
On that one, what brings joy?
We think alike.
Yeah. I put just being together. Yeah. No matter what we're doing, I don't know. That's good enough for me. Yeah. Just being together. Next.
And what are some short and long-term goals you have as a couple? Well, at this stage of life, most of our goals are short-term goals.
Long and short kind of blend together at this point.
I guess the long-term goal would be they roll me down the street, because the care home's like 200 yards from our house, and that's where we'll finish off, and whatever. But
maybe you should retire before then.
Yeah.
That would be a long-term goal, I guess. Well, it shouldn't be long-term. It should be.
Well, now she's asking me when I'm going to retire, and I've had different people at the school ask me, so when are you going to retire?
Since we did fill out those.
We did fill out the forms.
The old age security forms.
But I don't know.
You would be so bored.
It's kind of a good gig, and I like it there.
Maybe you should tell people what you do, because most won't know.
Yeah. I'm the head custodian at a school in town here.
And how far is that from here?
280 steps.
228?
28 steps, yeah, 28.
I mean, unless you're walking like Tim Conway.
Well, lately, I guess it'll be 280 with them. And, I start early and finish a little bit early.
But this is kind of your easing into retirement, right?
I guess one of our goals is to be monetized. So that means we need 1,000 subscribers, and that's another 200 and some subscribers, and we need 4,000 watch hours. So
yes, those are the short-term goals.
Those are short-term, and then well, I guess a long-term goal is once we're monetized, and then we want to help other people to get monetized, but we want to help other people.
That was mine.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I realized I haven't answered this, because we basically have the same goals. To pay forward, right?
Pay it forward.
We watched another.
And that's what my mom taught us. Pay it forward.
Yeah, but we watched another YouTube channel that's been around longer than us, and every year they do a toy drive and a fundraiser for their local pediatric cancer care, and. Well, you started the channel because of our granddaughter having cancer, and obviously monetization didn't happen quite as quick as we hoped, because our granddaughter, she has acute lymphoblastic leukemia, but she should be taking her last chemo, hopefully June, or at least sometime this summer. So initially it was to, get funds to help our family, but at this point it's not so much that as, like you said, pay it forward.
Pay it forward.
To
if we find somebody,
other pediatric cancer families.
Right close to us in our town here, or there might be somebody in another town over that
because we've had
they're struggling with finances, and if
we're
making money from YouTube, then I want to push it forward.
Yeah. You don't realize till you have a sick kid that there's so much more to it. You can't work because you're at the hospital all the time. So our son wasn't able to work, and
there's not always that employer that's willing to
Well,
give you the time off.
He had already
like
been laid off because of COVID.
COVID, yes.
So that made it even worse. So there wasn't. Yeah.
Anyways, that's a whole other story.
Yes, paying forward. That is the long-term goal.
Yeah.
Next question.
You can read it?
Oh. At this point in time, today, right now, what are you most excited about in your relationship, marriage? I think we kind of covered it just now.
Yeah. After 44 years together, we're still in love.
Yeah. And
basically.
And we're just having fun doing videos.
Yeah.
And laughing a lot. And hopefully people laugh with us.
Yeah. Because
we have kind of
weird.
Our sense of humor might not be everybody's. I'm not sure if people got the humor in filling out those forms, but you were definitely laughing by the end of the video.
Yeah. Moving on. Number 12. Look at that.
Almost done.
In what ways can you continue building and strengthening your relationship, marriage? I put to love her like God loves us, and through His Word we still will strengthen us.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, love her like God loves us. Unconditionally. Don't start on it. Don't start.
Come on, let's hear you say diligently. Come on.
No.
Okay. I just put doing what we've been doing, putting each other in a relationship first before anything or anyone else other than God, putting God first. But that also, I think, comes into the advice thing. I think I put that there. So, next one. What is your love language? You want me to answer?
No.
You want to answer that.
Can I get you coffee? All the while.
That coffee's your love language.
Yeah.
I put.
Because it's always coffee time.
Basically, all of them. I can't pick just one. Words of affirmation. Everybody likes that, don't they?
Yeah.
Acts of service. Oh, I love when he cooks because I'm really, really, really sick of cooking. After all these years of cooking for however many kids. It's like, do you need to eat again?
Yeah.
And he's a good cook. And I like when he does the dishes for me too. And gifts. When he brings me an ice cap or chocolate milk. Well, every once in a while, one of our boys will come in with ice caps too, because he knows my love language.
Yeah.
Or Mars bars, although I try not to eat those, but they know the way to my heart. Quality time, anytime is quality time. And physical touch. I am not the most affectionate person, but I mean physical touch is important. But when I know if Danica wants a hug, she's more likely to go to Dad than me, because I was raised, but I don't remember being hugged when I was a kid. But I think.
I don't remember a lot of hugging when I was growing up either, but
Number 14, based on our own relationship, marriage, what advice could you offer other couples that may help them in some way?
Well, never go to bed mad, because tomorrow may never come. We're on earth for a vapor of time, and time is short.
Yep.
I figure we're told we have 70 years. Well, we're 70 years.
I don't know. I don't do numbers.
Numbers, yeah. Well, the score is 20 years. So.
Okay.
So we're at 65, almost 65.
And we're not guaranteed that.
No, not even guaranteed that.
You don't get mad at me, do you?
No. No.
I think we said on another one that we decided a long time ago that making up is more fun than fighting. Okay, did you have any more on that?
No, that's what.
Okay, mine was always be supportive, encourage, and lift up. Put each other, well, this is where I said this before, put each other first before anything else except God. Keep God first, and everything else will work out. At least that's what we are trying to teach our kids. And just, just lift each other up. Yeah. Never, ever demean your spouse or say negative things. Don't go talking to other people. If you do have a problem or an issue, you need to learn to communicate.
We have seen other people that got mad and told everybody what happened, and then they got back together. Well, what do you think about when you see them? And you think, well, why are they back together? They're just doing this.
So never do that. Never do that. Lift each other up. Encourage each other. And get dogs so you don't have so many kids. Right, Raven?
Yeah.
Right, Raven? Oh, look. Come on. There you go.
Springs on legs.
Okay, that's the end. Okay.
That's a 14th question.
That's a 14th question, but...
Now.
Oh, we need to tag somebody.
We need to tag somebody, yes.
It says we're supposed to tag at least one other couple, and we haven't told these couples that we're tagging them, so hopefully they'll appreciate it, but we picked...
Chuck and Belinda.
Chuck and Belinda from Life with Belinda and Chuck.
Yep.
And Jerry and Susan from Butler Family Farm.
Yep.
So, but you don't have to be tagged to participate. Keeping Up with the Griffins started this, I think, Valentines, but it's to run for the entire 2023. So you can jump in anytime, and anybody can do it. You don't have to be tagged. So, right. I think we're done, and this fireplace is getting pretty warm. So,
I haven't got sweating yet, but it's...
And your coffee's probably gone?
I got a little bit left.
Oh, a little bit. So,
maybe nursing it along because, I don't want to be sitting here not drinking it. But hope we've entertained you a little bit here, and you got to know us a little bit more. And I don't know. Maybe we can do something like this again. And
we'll do it.
Not on this subject, but
Q&A. Anybody? Again, if anybody has questions for us to answer, we will do a Q&A.
So hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And
here you go.
Remember, get out and go for coffee, because it's always coffee time.
See you on the next cup.
See you on the next cup.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Love having you here.
Yes, Raven, I love you too.